I knew, but God knew, 'cause I knew.
Shalom Aleichem, everyone. Such a wonderful opportunity to share Torah with you before Parshas Nitzavim and before Rosh Hashanah. The Torah describes in Parshas Nitzavim an incredible mitzvah. Ki ha-mitzvah hazos, asher anochi mitzavcha hayom lo nifleisi mimcha v'lo rechoki. This mitzvah is not too wondrous, it's not too far. Lo b'shamayim, it's not in the sky. V'lo me'ever layam, it's not across the ocean. Ki karo ve'lecha hadavar ma'od, this mitzvah is close by. Beficha uvilvavcha lasoso, in your mouth and in your heart to do. Which mitzvah is this referring to? The Ramban, in his Perush on the Torah, says that we were referring to the mitzvah of Teshuvah. The Torah describes V'shavta ad Hashem Elokecha earlier. It's now referring to that mitzvah. Ki ha-mitzvah hazos is the mitzvah of Teshuvah. The Mabit, who lived at the time of the Beis Yosef, Rabbi Yeshaya Detrani, he says an incredible idea and then has examples from that idea. And one thing to notice is that only Klal Yisrael was mitzvah in the mitzvah of Teshuvah. Non-Jews have the Sheva mitzvahs b'nei Noach, and that's it. There is no extra mitzvah to do Teshuvah. But doesn't Teshuvah also apply to the Goyim? Wasn't Yonah sent to Nineveh, and then Nineveh did Teshuvah, and then they avoided punishment? Says the Mabit, but there's still major differences between the Teshuvah of Klal Yisrael and the Teshuvah of Goyim. And they emanate from this idea that the mitzvah is only by Jews. The mitzvah is not by non-Jews. If you take even a look by Yonah, when Yonah was sent to Nineveh, all it was an announcement. Nineveh is going to get punished. He never chastised them to do tshuva. There was no tzivui to do tshuva. Goyim do not have a chiyuv to do tshuva. It's not necessary for them to do tshuva. It's a ramification. If they don't do tshuva, then they will get punished. And only Klal Yisrael has this mitzvah to do tshuva. We must come closer to the Ribono Shel Olam. The world depends on us. The world is dependent on our kiyum, Torah, and mitzvos. And that's why we must do tshuva. And because of this difference of have the mitzvah to do tshuva, but Goyim do not, there are three major differences between Jews and non-Jews with regard to tshuva. Difference number one is that for Jews, tshuva works for Olam Haba and Olam Hazeh. For Goyim, it only works for Olam Hazeh. By Goyim, all it does is avoid the punishment, only for the here and now. But they don't get to wipe away all their sins. They don't all of a sudden are now closer to the Ribono Shel Olam. This will not help them in the Olam HaEmes. But for Jews, Tshuva works, Tshuva Yisrael ad Hashem Elokecha. It goes even ad Kisei HaKavod. It's not only during Olam Hazeh, it's not only to get out of punishments, but it purifies, it's metaher, it gets you closer to the Ribono Shel Olam. It will help even in Olam Haba. Difference number one. Difference number two. For Klal Yisrael, we have this concept that if you do tshuva me'ava, nasin keschuyos, that the tshuva can somehow completely revolutionize the avera and revamp the avera and turn it into a schus. All of a sudden, you used it as a stepping stone to get closer to the Ribono Shel Olam by doing tshuva from the avera. All of a sudden, it turns into a schus. It catapults. Even the avera can catapult into a schus. Only by Klal Yisrael. Goyim have no such magical idea that all of a sudden the Avera can turn into a schus, that the minus can turn into a plus. All they can do is neutralize the negative. They can't turn it into a positive. And the third difference, he says, is that by Klal Yisrael, if many do tshuva, it can have an influence even on the people around them who don't do tshuva. We have the concept of being a tzibur. And if rove of the tzibur will do tshuva, everyone can get elevated because of it. We have this concept of tzibur. But by Goyim, it's not the case. The reason why Nineveh did not get punished is because every single member of Nineveh did tshuva. Only we have this special concept of the tzibur. It's these differences that all come from the fact that Klal Yisrael has the mitzvah to do tshuva. We are mitzuvim ve'osim. And a mitzvah ve'osa is always on a higher level than someone who does it voluntarily as an eino mitzvah ve'osa. This is such a beautiful concept as we approach the Yamim Noraim. The mitzvah of tshuva is an incredible opportunity. but it's a mitzvah, it's a chiyuv, it's an absolute need. The world needs our tshuva, and our tshuva will not only work for Olam Hazeh, it will also work for Olam Haba. It will also be nasin kischuyos. If we do tshuva me'ava, it will turn into opportunities, it will turn into zechuyos. The negatives can be turned into positives. And if we do tshuva, it can somehow elevate everyone around us. May we be zocheh to do the tshuva that's necessary, that is wanted, that is desired by and commanded to do by the Ribbono Shalom. And we be zocheh to be nichtav b'sifrei hachayim. Shana Tova.
Hashem knew, but God knew, 'cause I knew I could do better. My Father, forgive me.